Welcome to the July 2006 City Focus. On this edition, RoundRockTexas.gov is always on. The Rockin' River is now open. The city gauges its success. And fire station construction update. These stories and more on City Focus.
Earlier this month, we presented an overview of the city's Biennial Survey. Here's Will Hampton to give us a more in-depth report of the survey results.
We've told you about the mostly positive feedback we got from our citizens in the recent city survey. A vast majority of our residents say the city of Round Rock is heading in the right direction, and nearly 9 in 10 say they feel safe walking alone in their neighborhoods at night. We want to spend a little more time on those two issues before we delve deeper into some of the other survey results.
Well, first of all, it doesn't surprise me. I think it's a direct result of the confidence that our constituents in the community of Round Rock have in not only their elected leadership, but the staff and the good job that the city of Round Rock is doing, protecting them. I mean, we see that the streets are safer than they've ever been before, and people have a good, confident feel that they're being taken care of, that their interests, that they're being listened to. We've got challenges, we've got opportunities, but I think what this tells us is that our constituents say, we trust you, we trust the job you're doing, now go out and do us the good job.
We feel like these results combined with our low crime rates and our recent safest city designation are the result of our partnerships with our neighborhoods and our policing strategies. But it is very unique for a city our size to have these types of survey results, our low crime rates. It's going to be a challenging goal going forward, but it's one that we're focused on.
Now let's look at some other results. Here are some of the highlights of the city's 2006 Biennial Customer Service Survey. Traffic, growth, and overcrowding of schools are the three biggest issues residents think Round Rock will face in the next 5 years.
When you grow as rapidly as we are, you have to pay attention to your infrastructure. The good thing about our community is we are paying attention to it. Our heads are not in the sand. We're out in front. We're building massive new retail projects. We're also right now building infrastructure. That's what sets us apart right now.
Less than half, at 47%, say quality of life in Round Rock is getting better. This number has not improved in the last 4 years.
I'll put a positive spin on that. 47% say it's getting better. 37 or 36% says it's staying the same. Well, that's over 80% saying it's okay, and it is getting a little better.
58% think the city is doing an excellent or good job of listening to and responding to the needs of citizens.
I am very proud of a lot of our neighborhood leadership now and the way they are coming forth to the city staff and their elected leadership and saying, hey, we've got an issue or we've got a problem. We know that you'll listen to us. Let's sit down and address it and get it over with and solve the problem before it does explode. And that's a result. I think we're doing a good job there.
The most popular source for information about the city is the local TV news, with 81% saying that they get information there.
Our local news is covering us now. I just did an interview this morning with Channel 24 out at the new Outlet Mall. Channel 8's doing a wonderful job covering us. They're realizing now that there's a lot to cover in the community of Round Rock, that there's a lot happening here, and they're paying a lot more attention to us.
And 3 out of 4 residents strongly or somewhat support the city offering incentives to targeted industries as a way to expand the local economy.
It's very easy to say, well, why are you giving a big corporation money when you ought to be giving it to somebody else? Well, it's not giving at all. It's an investment that we're going to reap returns for. And a lot of people in the city of Round Rock understand the term investment.
Not surprisingly, traffic is a significant point of frustration for Round Rock residents. Here's some of the results on that issue. 82% think that traffic in Round Rock has gotten worse in the last 2 years. And residents find the traffic in their neighborhood to be much better than the traffic on state roads and highways. However, 63% think that the city is doing an only fair or poor job of managing traffic. That's a 10-point decline in positive ratings since 2004.
Like I've told a lot of folks for the last 3.5 or 4 years, it's going to get a little worse before it gets a whole heck of a lot better. We've got to go through some pain, and that pain is called construction. There will be some closures, but once it's done, we're going to be able to move around so much easier, and our constituents, the good people of Round Rock, will soon forget some of the frustrations we've had to endure. The key here is that we're out in front of it, we've got a plan, and we're following through with that plan.
We've obviously got some more work to do on the city's #1 problem, traffic. So next time we'll give you an update on some of the major road construction projects that the city's involved in. We'll see you then.
The City of Round Rock is always on. Our recently unveiled website will make your online dealings with the city smoother than ever.
The City of Round Rock's website has a fresh look, a new easy-to-remember address, and lots of new features. But it's still the same great place to get information about the city. RoundRockTexas.gov is the new, easy-to-remember address for the city. The site now allows citizens to pay their utility bill online by credit card. We've also enhanced our online service request function, allowing citizens to submit problems ranging from weedy lots to speeding in neighborhoods.
One of the cool things about the online service request is you can go back and check the site later to see the status of that work order that you've put in.
In a survey of web users, citizens wanted to know about events happening in the community. The site's new calendar feature allows users to see at a glance what is coming up in the city.
One of the helpful things about the online calendar is you can sort the view by category, department, events, city meetings, that sort of thing. Something else that we're doing with the calendar is we're allowing community groups, nonprofits to submit their events so everyone can see what's going on in Round Rock.
The new site also features special user-centric menus to allow citizens to navigate by their concerns and interests.
We think these menus make the site a lot easier to navigate. We've got one for residents, one for businesses, and we've also got one for kids. It's not so much designed for kids to go look at, but it's more for parents and others to find information that's relevant for their children. They can find different events and activities that Parks and Recreation, the library are offering for children. Very helpful for parents.
Subscribers to Round Rock News, the city's e-newsletter, can now edit their subscription preferences online or sign up for new specialized e-newsletters.
The city's current e-newsletter, Round Rock News, is really successful. We've got close to 2,000 folks subscribed to it, but it's kind of all things to all people. With the new function, people can go sign up for the information that's most relevant to them.
All these features make our website the place to find news and information about the city of Round Rock. RoundRockTexas.gov is always on.
Round Rock is the sports capital of Texas, and nothing says that more than being host to the largest amateur multi-sport event in Texas. Terry Wagoner reports on the unveiling of the title sponsor of the Games of Texas.
On June 28th, Williamson County hosted a media kickoff for the 2006 AT&T Games of Texas. At the event, the title sponsor was announced and the new AT&T Games of Texas logo unveiled. Local one-to-watch athletes were recognized, and the kickoff included a demonstration of the game's newest sport, wiffle ball. The Texas Amateur Athletic Federation and Williamson County Games hosts are thrilled to have AT&T on board for the AT&T Games of Texas.
Our crown jewel is the Games of Texas, with over 10,000 athletes competing in a variety of sports. We are so excited to be coming to Williamson County home of Taft, which is housed in Georgetown, and we look forward to a great games with a great sponsor being AT&T.
This huge event will be in Williamson County July 21st through 23rd and July 27th through 30th, bringing more than 10,000 athletes and their families to Williamson County.
No better way to really become a part of Williamson County than to take part in the Games of Texas. And so that's why we're a very, very proud sponsor of the event for the next 2 years.
For more information on the AT&T Games of Texas, visit the website at www.taft.com/Games of Texas.
We take safety in the city of Round Rock very seriously. In an effort to better protect our citizens, the city will open 2 new fire stations before September of next year.
The fire department's in the process of replacing Station 2, which will be located at the corner of Blair and Baghdad. The city is also adding Station 7 at the corner of University and Oakmont to serve the northern portion of our city. Station 2 has been renovated numerous times to accommodate growth. Built in the 1970s, the building housed the police and fire departments. It has also been home to the Public Works Department, city vehicle maintenance, as well as the animal shelter. Over the years, the firefighting equipment necessary to serve our population has become larger and more sophisticated than when the station was originally built. The relocation of Station 2 will allow us to bring the station up to date in terms of necessary amenities and free up land for future municipal buildings.
By moving it up a little bit more north, it better locates it for fire responses in the area, gets us a little quicker response to the downtown area, gets us back out on 35 quicker, 620 quicker, so we can go north, south, east, and west really a lot better.
Station 7 is being built to address growth in the northern portion of the city. In fact, the explosive growth has necessitated the opening of a temporary station to allow the fire department to reduce response times. This station will have primary response to the 1431 area. Station 7 will also cover the areas along and south of University Boulevard to the eastern city limits.
The problem with building a new fire station is it takes time. And so as part of the fire department's strategic planning, we sit down and we looked at and planned how long that would take. Well, we're ahead of the game in that our property acquisition and the planning was probably predicted for December of this year. In reality, we've already bought the property, the architect has been hired, the design has already been there. What we're waiting for now is the construction bids, which are out this month. We should be able to award the contract in July and get started.
The cost to build each station is roughly $1.6 million. Station 2 is scheduled to open March of 2007, with Station 7 slated to open August of 2007.
On June 16th, the city of Round Rock celebrated the grand opening of the Rockin' River Family Aquatic Center located in Old Settlers Park.
The ribbon-cutting ceremony included a welcome from Mayor Nowell Maxwell and a special recognition of both HEB Plus and the Ron Sproul family, who financially supported the project. The 40,481 square foot park includes a lazy river, crazy slides, a water playground, and a 350-foot water slide that the mayor was the first to plummet down at the ribbon cutting. Construction of the Rockin' River was fast and furious. The construction contract was awarded at the end of last October, and construction began early November. In just over 7 months, a grassy hill at Old Settlers Park was transformed into a one-of-a-kind aquatic center.
This project's been many years in the making, from its inception to where we are now, open for the summer 2006 swim season. One interesting thing about this project is we had to have it constructed in 7 months in order to be open for this summer, which just goes to show the great things that we can accomplish when we work together as a team.
The Rock and River Family Aquatic Center is the third public aquatic facility for the city of Round Rock. Admission for residents is $2 for kids and $3 for adults. Non-residents pay an additional $1. We'll see you this summer at the Rock and River Family Aquatic Center.
A child can tell you what police do, what firefighters do, but what about public health? Public health protects people from disease by giving people shots, inspecting restaurants, approving septic systems, and investigating infectious disease outbreaks. Public health teaches people about health, especially parents and children. Protecting people from disease and teaching people about health, that's what public health does.
No one likes driving on bumpy, unmaintained roads. That's why the City of Round Rock makes an annual investment in its street maintenance program.
The goal of the street maintenance program is to improve the integrity and service life of our streets in the most cost-effective way. To accomplish this goal, streets are surveyed and that information is combined with data on maintenance history, original design, and traffic uses. This information is used to determine whether maintenance is needed and what type of resurfacing is appropriate.
Currently, the City of Round Rock has over 1,000 lane miles of roadways. Those roadways consist of arterials and residential streets. We resurface approximately 1/8 of those lane miles per year.
Residents rated street maintenance as a priority during our 10-year plan open house meetings earlier this year, and we are following through on that input.
The resident is going to be receiving a notice on their door 24 to 48 hours from the road being resurfaced. What the resident can do to help us make this a smooth transition is to have any vehicles or trailers or anything of that nature in the driveway or an adjacent street. Another thing to note is that your street's only going to be closed for about 8 hours, and typically that work takes a lot less time than that.